Welcome seekers, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky, and if you are a returning member, then welcome back. If you're not, consider subscribing. I will be creating many more pick a card future readings like this one very soon, so subscribe so that you can be alerted to when one of these videos is uploaded. Now, today's pick a card is a very special one. This is a channeled love letter from your future spouse. Now, we're going to start the reading with a channeled love letter, then we're going to move on to just talking about their current thoughts, just energy, situation, feelings. And then the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to answer how will the relationship be like, and we're going to provide some wedding details and how it will all unfold. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do that, just want to remind you seekers, I'm having a fall special for a 1-question written reading. So if you're interested in that, you will have to go through my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. Once again, that is a fall special, just $10 for a 1-question written reading. So take advantage of that great offer. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at these groups. So we have here 3 doors. We have group number 1, door number 1. We have group number 2, door number 2. And we have group number 3, door number 3. All right, so go ahead and take a moment, select one of those doors. I am going to include the timestamps in the description below. I will see you in your groups. Welcome group number 1 to today's pick a card tarot reading. This is a channeled love letter from your future spouse. So before we get started, just want to remind you seekers to subscribe if you haven't already. And also I'm having a fall special for a 1-question written reading. So visit my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below so that you can take advantage of that fall special. All right, so you picked this beautiful door number 1, and we're going to start this reading with the actual love letter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read you the love letter that your future spouse has written for you. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. My dearest, when I think about you, I feel a warmness inside. I cannot hide my smiles. Even though we are apart, this connection is special, amazing, and I dare say, destiny. Many have asked, what happened to create this new and better me? I tell them without hesitation, it is you. Sometimes I feel like my heart will burst with all the longing and excitement I feel when I think of you. Looking forward to our first date. Beautiful. May each be better than the last, if that is even possible. Sincerely. Beautiful love letter. So we're going to now continue with this reading. We're going to talk about what their current thoughts, their energy, their situation is. Let's take a look. We're going to start with 2 oracle cards. So behind your door, we have a moment's joy. Sand through that hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. Okay. And then we have here the season of the witch. And the seasons of the witch, we have the banshee. Heed my warning, dear child, For what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. Wow. All right. So your future spouse at this moment in time is currently going through a transition, a big change. I feel that they're having to come to grips with some very, very difficult realities that life has, in essence, bestowed upon them. And so I feel that this is filled with responsibility. It's filled with a new kind of energy. I think it's an energy that has to do with potentially career, potentially getting to know people and their intentions and the cruelty of the world to some degree, but at the same time trying to find a balance there, trying to find the good in the world and making something new out of that experience, right? And so this banshee creature is definitely a bad omen, right? This is wrath in all of its heinous forms. And so I feel that this person might be going through, I feel, a moment where they're overcoming this darkness, right? They're overcoming this horrifying experience, I think, with certain people, right? But I feel that with this moment's joy, there's an end to this, right? There's an end to this darkness. There's an end to this problem. There's an end to that limitation. And so it almost feels like if that they've overcome that banshee, and it almost feels like they're kind of celebrating with a blissful and wondrous heart. So it almost feels like they're going through a period of victory, but at the same time, there's this kind of going through what could have gone better, what could have gone wrong. Maybe there's some reflection going on here. And it almost feels like they don't want to go through this again. So they're at this moment in time energetically really trying to examine how can they avoid that? How can they avoid being at the mercy of another banshee? How can they avoid being at the mercy of some kind of darkness that essentially is just trying to keep them down? And so I feel that they're just moving forward very dynamically in their lives at this moment. They're looking to see what they can keep, what they can let go of. They're really hopeful for these new beginnings, So when I look at this banshee, we can be talking about career. So they're changing career, maybe they're changing jobs. Potentially with everything that's just been going on around the world, economically, it's been a bit difficult to adjust, especially for them. I think that their banshee, their darkness, and what they've had to overcome to get to that joy that we're seeing here with the Divine Doors Oracle is financial in nature. And so now they're able to kind of move away from that and experience something new, right? So the Banshee's talking about swallowing a nail, and that swallowing a nail might very well be just the problems that have been hindering them when it comes to their economic positioning. So let's go ahead and see exactly what the tarot reveals to us. So we're gonna stay here with this theme, right? Their current energies, thoughts, and we are gonna use the Witch's Tarot. Let's see. Just getting the cards. Here we go. All right. So the Witch's Tarot. What is this future spouse currently going through? Yep, there we go. So three of Pentacles, reversed. So that's definitely what we were talking about. Career. This has to do with career. It has to do with them trying to find a career that really suits them. Right? They don't want to just have the same thing over and over again. It almost feels like they've went through some very bad financial experiences. Right? Three of Pentacles, what we see is a worker. We see someone who's being diligent, striving to get ahead, working hard, trying their very best. And the fact that it's reversed just tells me that they were unhappy. They felt in many ways like they weren't appreciated, or they just weren't given the respect that they deserved. In some cases, I think that they were even lied to. Or they could have simply just, for some of you, this person could have been fired, let go. Definitely was some betrayal that they're overcoming, and I think that they're doing it very effectively, and they're realizing one very important lesson in their lives. They're realizing that in order for them to be successful, they have to love what they do. So we've got here this Six of Cups, and this is a very beautiful, blissful kind of energy, right? And this illustration, we have two small children, and they're kind of just playing. It's a beautiful scene out in the countryside, and there's just this sense of just love and being happy and enjoying that present moment in relationships, right? So this is what your future spouse is currently going through. They're essentially trying to find something that satisfies them emotionally. It has to do with their career. It has to do with how they make money, and that's it's a big problem for them right now, because they want to make sure that they are prosperous, that they're able to afford the life that they want to live, right? So, but also they want to make sure that they are happy. So I think that this is one of the banshees, one of those darknesses that they had to overcome. This desire or need to, in some ways, work just for something tangible and not enjoying this life that they want, right? And in many ways, I feel that with this overcoming, it's just going to be able to direct them and take them to the right place in life. It's just going to help in every way. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the third topic. How will this relationship be like? And we're also going to talk about the wedding details. Let's take a look and see. All right, so how will the relationship be like, Spirit? Wow. So you've got two very beautiful cards here. I mean, very beautiful. You've got Karma here. It's Karma. Really, this is Judgment. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune, both upright. My goodness. So this is something truly, truly very special. Your relationship, this person and you, both of you, I mean, you're destined for great things, I feel, because you have two major arcanas here. So at the very least, this is going to be a major life event, this relationship. All right, so you've got, let's start with Karma. You've got essentially Judgment here, the symbolism of karma, and it just means that everything is ideal and precisely as it should be. This is having walked a treacherous road, having gone through this hero's journey, reaching almost the very end of that, right? Only to start all over again, but you're starting from a place of strength. You're starting from a place where the proper foundations have been built. And so I feel that that's what this relationship is going to be for you. And I feel that in many ways, it's going to just add so much to your life. And we see that with the Wheel of Fortune, right? And this is not the Wheel of Fortune. This is called the Wheel of the Year in this tarot deck. But, it just heralds a new season, a new opportunities. It heralds this time of change, but change in a very beautiful kind of way, necessary change, organic change, change that grows and expands and moves forward and evolves into something better. And so it's just, it's going to definitely bring you yourself so much. It's going to change you so much. There's going to be this almost expansion of energy. And so I feel that in many ways you're going to be able to find your purpose, find yourself. For those of you that potentially are still wondering, what should I do? How should I spend my time and my energy? How can I use it for my betterment? I feel that this relationship is even going to help you in that way, which is why you've got this Karma showing up here, right? This Judgment card showing up. You put that, you merge that with the Wheel of Fortune, and what you have is just everything kind of falling in place for you. This is, in love, in your career, in your job, in your finances, in your relationships with people, your friends, just the things that you do for fun. This is just in every way. And when you look at a relationship and you try and ask yourself, okay, so what exactly is going to bring me happiness? What exactly is my wheel of the year and the wheel of fortune? And what that is just a stable life that yields the kind of fruit that you yourself feel happy eating. And so that can take, many different forms and shapes, right? For some of you, if you want to travel, you're going to have that. If you want to be able to just go overseas somewhere, you're going to have that. If you're going to want to get into business with this person, you're going to have that. So the wheel of the year shows all four suits, right? You've got the pentacles, you've got the cups, you've got the wands, you've got the swords. And so it's every single area of your life being affected by the decision to be with this person, by this relationship coming, and you being with this person. So it's truly beautiful. Truly, truly, truly beautiful. The only bad thing about this is that banshee that keeps staring at me, right? But we could only cover the banshee's face. But anyways, no, this is definitely a beautiful, beautiful reading. And again, the banshee is just a symbolism of the darkness that your future spouse is overcoming at this very moment. And that's definitely something to consider, because it is in the overcoming, it is in that hero's journey, in that defeating of the dragon, the defeating of the banshee, that we're able to move forward diligently, effectively. And so, it's just going to add to your cup. So very beautiful. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a little information about the wedding. A little information about the wedding. How will this wedding be? Details about this wedding. Details about this wedding. Oh my. So again, two major arcanas. You've got the Magician and you have got the Emperor. My goodness. Okay. Group number one. You've got four major arcanas. Okay. Talking about your future spouse, your relationship with this person, and now your wedding, so this is very special. And the reason why is because whenever you have the Magician coupled with the wheel of the year, we have this energy of just the totality of what you want, right? In front of the Magician, we have the same thing. We've got the swords, we've got the wands, we've got the cups, and we've got the pentacles. So what that means is you're going to have the resources to afford the wedding that you like. Things are just going to be harmonious. When you look at that cup, things are going to be harmonious. People are going to get along. Everyone's just going to be happy. They're happy to be there. They're happy to see this union. People, I see them laughing. I see them filled with joy. I just see a very beautiful celebration that's not hindered or bothered or just taken down by anything. It's just beautiful, beautiful emotions, everyone just meshing together in this kind of beautiful, harmonious way. Then we have the wands, and so the wands for me, that's the suit of playfulness, right? That's the suit of just fire. It's the suit of creativity. And so what I feel that this is telling me is that you're going to get unexpected surprises in your wedding. So I think that, this is, the kind of person that maybe does a choreographed dance and then, does this choreographed dance, so think of something almost exciting like that, something that really just gets you feeling very shocked and surprised. Like, this is not planned. This is completely unexpected. But you know what? It's so beautiful, and it's so wonderful, and it's definitely something that we're going to be able to tell the next generation, and it's going to be, I think, the highlight of that wedding. So when you look at the Magician, when you examine it very closely, it's an energy of creativity, and you're going to see a lot of that in your wedding. And then with the swords, I just think that it's going to be perfectly planned, right? The swords, that's the suit of the mind, right? That's the suit of air. And so I feel like it's going to be very, very well planned. I think that things are just going to be communicated very well. This is also everyone just getting together and reaching this conclusion, reaching an understanding of what needs to be done. How does it need to be done? This is proper planning. So, your wedding is definitely going to have a lot of structure. And then, we haven't even talked about the Emperor, because there's so much to talk about with the Magician. But the Emperor also offers us the opportunity to just expand, and the opportunity to just kind of shift into something completely unexpected as well. And so this is the card of coming into what looks to be complete disaster and chaos, and creating order out of that chaos. And so I feel that, coupled with the Magician and the creativity and everything that's offered with that card, you're going to be able to fully have exactly what you want. You're going to be able to almost at some point look around you and say, my goodness, I have so much support. I have so much stability. I have so much, I would say, happiness to really just be thankful for, that it is in some ways overwhelming. So there aren't any negative cards here. There aren't any reversals. I mean, this is just a very, very beautiful reading, beautiful relationship, beautiful connection. There's so much to really talk about, and it's all very positive. Okay, all very positive. So again, the only thing that's off is that Banshee that keeps staring at me. But my goodness, I mean, this is just a very beautiful reading. This is a very beautiful journey that you have ahead of you, group number 1. I'm very excited for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you thought in the comments section. Maybe what you think your wedding will be like. Just details about that. I want to hear from you. I've been writing back to everyone, or if you've left a comment, then you've received the response from me. So I just want to hear from you. Let me know what you thought about this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget, I'm offering a fall special for a 1-question written reading for only $10. So you will have to go through my Etsy store in order to be able to unlock that benefit. I'm going to leave the link in the description below for you. And also support me on Patreon. I'm doing weekly readings on Patreon. If you're interested in those weekly prediction readings, join me on Patreon. I will include the link in the description below as well. So thank you, Seekers, so much. I love you. Thank you for your beautiful words and your positive comments. Thank you again. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. This is a channeled love letter from your future spouse. Okay, so now before we get started, just want to remind you, Seekers, I do have a fall special. This fall special includes a 1-question written reading for just $10. Take advantage of that fall special. I will include the link in the description below for you, Seekers. You do have to go to my Etsy store. And don't forget to subscribe for more of these Pick a Card Tarot readings so that you can be alerted. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with your channeled love letter. Then current thoughts, energy, current situation with your future spouse. And then finally, we're going to talk about your wedding details. How will this relationship be like as well? So here we are. Let's go ahead and see what your channeled love letter is from your future spouse. My dearest, I love you with every part of my being. If I could marry your soul, I would. I dream of nobody else. Every day is a true struggle not being with you. If I could conjure up all the power in the world to translate my love to every form of living, physical or spiritual, I would. You are everything to me, and I love you more than life itself. I love you truly. You are a gift from God. You are such an amazing person. We are such a great match. I look forward to many adventures and much passion and pleasure with you. Anything, anytime, anywhere, my love. And that is your channeled love letter from your future spouse. Truly, truly beautiful. So, let's go ahead and talk about your future spouse's current thoughts, their energy, and their situation, what they're currently going through. So you picked a beautiful door. Beautiful, beautiful door. Let's look behind this door. A stranger's grace, ego fears, the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Interesting. All right, so your second card is from the Season of the Witch. All right, let's see what the Season of the Witch Oracle has to reveal. Broom. What dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way, a clearing need be. Interesting. All right, so group number 2, your future spouse is currently learning to be a person that is sacrificial in nature. So what I mean by that is that this person is learning to make sacrifices in order to get ahead in life at this current time. So, it's like, I feel that they are understanding that if they want to be successful, or if they want to reach something in life, there has to be some kind of sacrifice in some area. Also, they're learning to, at this very moment in time, gather the right team of people. They're learning to clear away the energies that are not going to help them, and they're learning to attract the people and the energies that are going to assist them as they move forward. So I'm getting this very kind of entrepreneurship-like energy with this person. I'm getting the sense that this person is involved in some kind of project where they're trying to make the world a better place, or they're trying to make it easier for people to live, for people to just be able to just get by. So very entrepreneur-like energy where they're trying to find a solution, they're trying to find a problem in the market, and they're trying to offer the solution to that problem. But I think that the biggest struggle for your future spouse right now in this moment is finding the right people to make a team that's going to be able to actually compete, and that's going to be able to just work together dynamically to be able to just be successful with this business venture. So, with the Broom card, we do have here, what dreams may come from what you seek, right? So obviously there's this seeking that's going on their part. They're really just getting in touch with themselves, and they're realizing that the only way that they're going to be able to just be happy is if they follow their dreams and their ambitions. And I feel that what this person's dream is being able to make their own way in life. I don't think that this is the kind of person that would do well, being told what to do. This person is a creative person, your future spouse is. And so they're really trying to figure a way to get out of, I guess, what you would call the rat race, the 9-to-5, the full-time job, the having to, work for somebody else instead of you working for yourself. So this is the kind of person that your future spouse is. And so energetically, they're having to make room for these things. They're just trying to clear themselves for what's coming. They're also working on themselves on a very kind of profound emotional way. And it almost feels like they have been treated badly, and in turn they've been treating people badly. And they've come to the conclusion that they have been treating people rather strangely or rather badly. And so I feel that they're going through this change, through this transition, where they're just trying to be kind to people because they realize that there is something to that, right? And now more than ever that they're on their own, it's like they're trying to just create a new reality, a new way of being for themselves. They're tired of just potentially following a trend or following society as it heads towards hate and more division. It almost feels like this person is going against that. They're going against the curve, right? They're going against the crowd, I mean. So very interesting, these current energies with this person. Very interesting. It looks like they are in the very beginning stages of a big undertaking, and it has to do with entrepreneurship ambitions. So very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the relationship. So we're going to move on, and we're going to see what this relationship is going to be like. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's gain a little more insight into, before we even do that, I want to gain a little more insight into what they're currently going through. Maybe there's a little more to talk about. All right, no, so it's definitely career oriented. They're just focused right now on their coin. Looks like they're saving up for something. So you've got the Four of Pentacles, right? So currently they're working and saving up, right? And they're holding on to that coin very, very aggressively, because they want to make sure to take that coin and invest it in their efforts, invest it in the right places, invest it in the correct way. And we see that with the Five of Pentacles. I think that they come from humble beginnings. Okay, this person, I think, comes from humble beginnings. Or for some of you, it's not really that they come from humble beginnings, but they've had to get ahead from, I think, a financial calamity. Maybe they lost more money than they wanted to at some point in their lives, and they're having to just now get ahead from that, or move away from that, or work extra hard to essentially save up from that financial devastation that overtook them, right? And it could very well be because of everything that's going on. Potentially they had a job, or they had some kind of security, and all of that just kind of went down the drain with the economy shutting down, and us reaching a recession. So I definitely do see that they're in I think save mode, building mode, investment mode to try and get ahead. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's a very beautiful card when it comes to foundations and building the proper foundations to be able to just continue on and build on top of that. So with the Five of Pentacles reverse, this person is also trying to gain funding, maybe from investors as well too. So definitely I'm getting a feeling of startup. Startup. Investments when it comes to possible assets that appreciate instead of depreciate. So that's kind of where their mind is right now. All right, so now let's make the transition. Let's talk about how will this relationship be like, right? Let's see. How will this relationship be like with this entrepreneur? Wow. So, you got the Judgment card in the exact same position as group number one did. So normally when that happens, that's kind of spirit letting me know, hey, let them know about group one. So if you felt drawn to group number one as well, go ahead and watch it, because there's a message for you in there. Potentially the letter, the channel, the love letter, is also from this same spouse. And it's funny because I do see energetically a lot of similarities to group one as well. So yeah, if you felt drawn to it, go ahead and click on group number one as well. Same position with this karma card. But what I feel that this reading is talking about is just how dynamic the relationship will be like. And when I mean dynamic, I mean you're going to be able to see a lot of changes happening. You're going to be able to just move freely through life. I feel that with the Three of Wands reversed, for a lot of you, you've kind of been limited. Okay, you've been limited in some ways. You've put out desires into the universe, you've visualized the things that you've wanted, but there's always been some kind of limitation, and sometimes you wonder, am I even doing this whole manifestation thing right? What is going on, right? Why can't I get what I want? What's happening? And it almost feels like this relationship is a fulfillment. This relationship is the igniter of that manifestation of your dreams becoming reality. It's almost like your dreams, your ambitions, your wants and desires are intertwined with this person. And so that's why you've got this kind of a energy here. You've got the karma, which is judgment, right? So this is essentially you receiving what you've wanted. This is essentially a spirit looking down and saying, I see you, my child. Let's move forward with those plans of yours. And also, I think the karma card is much more profound than that, but for you, that's the interpretation that I am seeing. I just feel like you've had projects, you've had ambitions, you've had goals, you've wanted certain things, and they just have not been coming to pass. And I think that you're tired of waiting. You're tired of just, asking and praying and visualizing and just not receiving it, right? So I feel that, Spirit sees you, Spirit knows exactly what you want. It doesn't take that much for Spirit to know and understand what we all desire. So I feel that with this relationship, with this union, there's going to be an ignition. There's going to be dynamism. And that dynamism is going to lead you to new experiences. And so this is in all areas, okay? This isn't just love, fun. This is in all areas of your life. When we have this judgment card show up, this affects every single area. So your relationships, your friends, what you do for fun, what you're doing to make a living. It's just so much, right? It's all intertwined. And so what Spirit is kind of telling you here is that this relationship is in many ways going to offer you the things that you've been wanting. And it is going to be a relationship that's going to be in some ways transformative. I don't think you're going to ever feel bored in this relationship. This is one of those relationships where both people really work hard to just feel like things are moving forward and that everyone is happy and that everyone is just satisfied with the progress being made. This isn't the kind of relationship that just stays stuck, right? So there's going to be a lot of things that you two are going to do together. I feel that you both are going to be one-minded, where you're going to work towards that one goal, and then that one goal turns into 2 and 3, and you're going to be very effective at it. I think that you guys are going to be a very, very powerful couple. So let's go ahead and throw some more cards. Let's see. What else can we get with this relationship? What else is this relationship bringing? So we've got the Lover's card, and we've got the 8 of Cups. Now, the Lover's card did show up reversed, but I wouldn't worry about that. Just because of this Karma card and the fact that it's upright, the fact that we've got the 8 of Cups as well just kind of makes this Lover's card a little bit more, I would say, revealing. And what I mean by revealing is that you've been lacking this love for a long time. I think a lot of you that picked this group, you've been loveless, or at the very least you felt loveless. Maybe you feel alone. You feel like there potentially is no one out there for you. I think that a lot of you have just really come into this energy of darkness at some point. Maybe you feel like time is working against you. Maybe you feel like Spirit doesn't love you or has forgotten about you. So I'm sensing this energy. I'm really sensing this energy of just being forgotten and you praying and things not happening. And so what we have here is a representation of an archangel, which is the representative of God, coming down and saying, you will be blessed. We have not forgotten you. Your spirit guides and Spirit, they're working together, right? They're getting things done for you, and you're going to be able to have what you want. And this relationship is going to be one that's going to just offer you so much. And what we see with the 8 of Cups is you essentially just taking a journey, right? Taking a bit of a journey into the abyss and coming out of that completely changed. So this is a journey of your emotions, shedding the old skin to make way for the new skin. We have a dolphin there, which is more symbolism of your spiritual guides just telling you, hey, you're here for a reason. you're experiencing this for a reason. You know, it's not that you've been abandoned. It's not that you're not going to see better days. It's because it's a journey that was necessary. And so all of this will lead you towards a path that's going to be almost destined for you to take. All right. So this is really beautiful, group number 2. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the wedding details. I had the idea of talking about the wedding because there was someone who commented that they would like details about the wedding. So I think I'm going to do a standalone video for that, but also I want to talk about it here in this reading as just, you know, an additional benefit. So let's go ahead and take a look and see. How will the wedding be like? What will the wedding be like? So we've got the moon and we've got the Ace of Swords. All right, so interesting. So for those of you, again, you know, I have to reference group number 1 because group number 1, that wedding was just so put together and so dynamic. I mean, it was truly something to behold. They got the Magician and the Emperor, and I think that your reading is connected to that one as well. So when I see the moon and then I see the Ace of Swords, it's almost like an extension of that reading that just tells you that there might be some desires, there might be some wants, there's going to be a lot of exploring, a lot of what should we do, how should we do it. We want to be smart about this, but we don't want to spend too much money, right? So I feel, taking in the messages from group number 1, there will be success in what you want to have happen in your wedding. So however which way you would like for that wedding to unfold, it's going to happen that way for you. But with the moon and the Ace of Swords here for group 2, what I feel that these 2 cards are telling you is that you might choose to take the route that's a bit more intelligent, where you're not spending as much or you're not restricting yourself too much. I feel that potentially you're just going to go on this kind of journey of exploration, and you might very well just choose to potentially have some kind of, maybe, you know, destination wedding. You might explore the possibility of just doing a smaller wedding, or maybe something bigger. So I feel that there's just so many possibilities that you're going to go through. Ultimately, this is almost like an advice for your wedding, and the advice is to not think about it too much. Don't put too much of your mental energy and acuity into this. Just let things naturally unfold, right? In the first group, there was just such an energy of success and beauty and achievement. So it's very hard for this to go south and for things to be bad. You know, I feel that you are going to have the wedding that you truly want and desire. So don't stress too much about it, is the message here with you, group number 2. All right. So that is what I see here. I hope you enjoyed the reading, group number 2. Thank you for watching. Before you go, just want to remind you about the special that I'm having, the fall special for a 1-question written reading. It's only $10. You know, it's the lowest that I've ever charged. So take advantage of that. I am going to include the link in the description below, the Etsy link. Let me know what you thought about this reading as well. I want to hear from you, seekers. I've been writing back to all of you. I love reading your comments. They keep me going. So please make sure to comment down below. Also join me on Patreon. I'm doing weekly readings there. I've been doing them for a few months now. It's weekly, you know, prediction readings, what will happen this week, etc. So if you are interested in that kind of reading format, you would have to become a Patreon to be able to benefit from that. So I'm going to include the link to my Patreon below. Join me there. Thank you, seekers, so much for your love. Thank you for your support. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. This is going to be a channeled love letter from your future spouse. All right, now before we get started, just want to remind you seekers, I'm having a fall special for a 1-question written reading, only $10, so take advantage of that special. The link is going to be in the description below. You will have to go to my Etsy store. Also, don't forget to subscribe so that you can be alerted whenever I put out a new pick a card reading just like this one. All right, so we're going to start with your channeled love letter, and then we'll move on to the next 2 topics. But let's see what your future spouse wants to communicate to you. Let's see. My dearest future spouse, you are the one I want to spend the rest of my life with. You probably don't know how much I appreciate, admire, trust, respect, and overall love you. I know you are the only one for me. Being away from you is so hard. I want to be with you this moment, even as I write to you. When I think of this separation as a test, then I can deal with it. If this is what it takes to eventually be with you, then I can go through it. And that is the love letter from your future spouse. Now, the next thing that we are going to talk about is just their current thoughts, energy, situation. And for this, we're going to use 2 oracle cards. So let's go ahead and reveal your first card. This is the door that you chose, the divine doors. We have the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Interesting. All right, so the next card is from the Season of the Witch. Okay, and let's see what we have here. Season of the Witch. We have the Wolf. Devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. Beautiful. Wow, okay, so group number 3, very, very different from group number 1 and 2. This is definitely, your future spouse is right now at this very moment traveling. They're traveling, they're exploring the world, they're getting out there. I think that they're trying to learn about themselves. They're trying to learn about the world around them. And there's a drive, there's a passion there to really just take in the beauty of other countries and other lands, faraway lands. There's this true desire for exploration, okay? And I feel that, your future spouse is just at this moment in time just running wild and getting to know and understand just how beautiful our world is. And also they are enjoying the fact that they are free at this moment in time. So that's kind of interesting. Freedom definitely costs money, right? So I feel that potentially your future spouse is going through some kind of financial prosperity, and they're choosing to use that financial prosperity they pretty much are choosing to just go on these adventures and invest it in building and creating memories, right? They just want to see the beauty, or potentially they're doing this because they want to maybe build some kind of business out of it. But this is very, very, it's something that is very just important to them at this moment in time. So very interesting. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find about their current energies. So we're gonna throw 2 tarot cards. We're gonna use the Witch's Tarot in today's reading. Let's see. Current thoughts, current experiences. Yeah, so they've come to understand that life is about experiences and memories, and I think that This person has been working very diligently, very hard for some time, and they've looked back and they've said, "I've done nothing. I'm bored. I just feel like emotionally, I just haven't done much." Right? So you've got this Four of Cups energy here, and we did kind of see some of this in their love letter. Okay, it was very different from the other two love letters. You know, in the love letter, we saw that desire to be together for connection, right? It was much more of an outreach, much more of a "I want you and I can't believe I don't have you" kind of love letter. Very different, again, this group, very different from the other two. And so I feel that, yeah, you know, they've come to understand, okay, I'm just so bored. I'm just so tired of just constantly working, constantly just being in this cycle where there's nothing else. And so they're moving out, they're going out, they're exploring. There's a sense of freedom, there's a sense of just free spiritedness, right? So this person is at this moment a traveler in body, mind, spirit, completely. And it's because they're tired of this boredom. And so, you know, with the karma reverse, this is very interesting, because I feel that with, and this karma is judgment in this, which is tarot, but they're calling it karma. So with that karma card reverse, what I'm seeing is them making the decision that they've wasted enough time in these pursuits, these prior pursuits that were not fulfilling them in any way. And as a matter of fact, it was depleting them. It was taking their energy. It was almost eroding them. It was almost just taking from their wealth. And it's almost like there's been this realignment, and now they value something else. You know, they value experiences. They value happiness. They value joy. Whereas before, they might have been valuing money too much. They might have been valuing work too much. And so, you know, potentially now that they have maybe an overabundance of that, well, now they want to try and get a little balance into their lives. And so there's this energy of freedom, free spirit, going, just traveling, enjoying life, enjoying experiences, you know, just reaching a place of just complete surrender to life and all of its beauties. That is the energy that I'm picking up on right now with this future spouse of yours, is what they're currently going through. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the relationship. What will this relationship look like? We're going to keep on using the tarot. Spirit, help us out. What will this relationship look like? What will this relationship look like? Oh, wow. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful energy here, okay? So it's almost like, you know, it's funny because we went from this kind of airy energy of just freedom, you know, this person just traveling, going and just visiting all areas of life and just experiencing everything and just going through all of these different, I guess we can say avenues, you know, they're just, right now they're just out and about. They're just traveling. They're just experiencing life. They're not even worried about money. But then with the relationship, what we have is a return to that money. We have a return to earth. It's almost like right now they're just flying high. You know, there's this kind of airy energy about them where they're in the skies, just flying as high as they could and just basking in their freedom. But then as soon as this relationship comes to fruition, what we have is a grounding. What we have is a back to earth. And so it's almost like if you are going to just balance this person out, they're going through an energy that they really need at this current time so that they can reach a balance in their life. But once they meet you, they have to get back to that, right? They have to get back to what they were, which is very value driven, very earthy kind of energy with this person. And so that's kind of what your relationship is going to be like. And so we have here with the Queen of Pentacles a representation of that, of the relationship. And this is, I mean, what we have is the fulfillment of just anything tangible that you can imagine, the fulfillment of that. So with the Queen of Pentacles, what we have is good health. What we have is also money. You know, we have definitely a sense of prosperity, abundance, but also working hard in the relationship to make sure that it's functioning accordingly. This is buying a home together. This is building a home. You know, setting some roots down and watching that beautiful tree of life grow, building a family, and just everything that entails, right? And then we have here the Eight of Pentacles, which just further illuminates the work that's going to be necessary in this relationship. But again, this is all very positive, group number 3, all very positive. So this is diligent work, forward moving work. This is saving, you know, for a college fund, saving for that new car, saving for the new adventures. Just, you know, there's this sense of just getting everything together, you know, and having everything operating in a very, very functional way. So very interesting. Let's see if we can get more information about this relationship. This is a very stable relationship, very stable energy. Let's take a look and see what else. And now we have this beautiful card here. So this I mean, you guys are really gonna love each other. My goodness. I mean, there's so much love, so much love. And we have here the representation of that love. Two of Cups. You know, you are everything that they need at this current time. And you're going to be everything that you need. It's almost like, you know, there's this energy here of, if I have you, what else, right? If I have you, like, that's it. You are my one and only. This is forevermore. And so now we kind of get this feeling of, okay, why this person is just kind of going wild right now, traveling, visiting new places. They're in a very kind of poetic way. They're searching for you. They're looking for you. You know, so they're just, and I don't think they know that they're doing this. I really don't. I think that this is just a response to a need and a void that needs to be filled. You know, I think that they love being grounded. They love this earthy energy, which is something that they essentially are always just kind of, you know, vibrating under or vibrating with. But I feel that the fact that they don't have you has left them feeling depleted. And so the things that they used to do before is just not enough. So now they're on this kind of journey of exploration, right? And it is a physical exploration because what they want is a physical connection with someone. And so they're looking for you, right? They're looking for you, and they're trying to find you in their travels. And they will. They will indeed. So this is definitely something beautiful, beautiful, beautiful here. The Strength card reverse just kind of talks about the process, right? This is the reason why I said, okay, this person is definitely trying to find you. This person is definitely needing for that hole to be filled, and that void to essentially be filled. That's what the Strength card is essentially talking about. So they're trying to gain something that they are missing, right? Their strength. And you are going to represent their strength in many ways. You're going to give them the vitality to move forward. You're going to give them the drive. You're going to assist them in their ambition. You're going to be able to just inspire true greatness in this person. And so I think that that's what they're seeking. That's why right now they're in this kind of airy energy where they're up in the skies. They're enjoying their freedom, but at the same time, you know, they're searching. You know, they're searching. They're in pursuit of something. But in some ways they've convinced themselves it's because I just want to be free, and I want to just fly high, and I want to just explore, and I want to just be free. But at the same time, you know, internally in an unconscious level, they're searching. That's why they're doing this. They're searching, and they're searching for you. You know, let's just take one more look at this Two of Cups so that we can see just how beautiful. This is what they're searching for. They're Two of Cups. And they will find it. Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the wedding, right? Let's talk about the wedding. How will this wedding be? What are the energies that are going to be surrounding this wedding? Talk to us. What are the energies that are going to be surrounding this wedding? Well, that's interesting. Let me get a little more clarity on why this is. Alright, so, for some reason, when I look at the wedding, it doesn't look like maybe potentially there's gonna be this desire for, like, maybe a big wedding. There's definitely an energy here of the wedding not being exactly what you would want. I'm just getting this overwhelming feeling that I think that one of you or both of you are going to agree that the money would be better spent doing something else. The fact that we've got this traveler, the fact that we've got this energy of going out and traveling the world, obviously there's a like there. There's definitely this drive to explore. So potentially I think you guys might make the decision to maybe have a smaller wedding because you want to make sure that you have enough money to travel and build memories and experiences. I mean, after all, what is a wedding, right? A wedding it's essentially for other people sometimes, not really for the person, right? So it looks like you might sacrifice the glamour, you might sacrifice on the extras so that you can have all of that extra money to build memories, maybe go and actually enjoy your vacation, right? Your honeymoon, and have a very beautiful honeymoon experience. And it's kind of what it's looking like here. 9 of Cups reversed, 6 of Wands reversed, the Star reversed, and the 3 of Swords. I mean, all of that just screams that hey, we're not going to go ahead and follow with this mindless spending, right? We're not going to go ahead and throw all this money into this because it doesn't make sense. We want to, I think that there's just this strong practicality with this relationship. We go right back to the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. It's like we work hard for our money and we want to enjoy our life. We want to enjoy ourselves, you and me. So why are we spending all of this money on all of these other people, right? So I almost get the feeling that you two are going to make the decision once you realize that all that matters is the both of you. All that matters is that you have each other and everything else doesn't. You're going to realize that you're just going to want to spend as much time together in leisure as possible. And so the only way that you're going to be able to have that might be with a smaller wedding so that you can invest whatever is left, whatever else, on a truly grand honeymoon. And I think that might be what's going to happen here, right? I just don't see anything truly lavish going on with the wedding. Okay, so that is what I see here. Group number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Also, don't forget, I'm having a fall special for a $10 written reading, 1 question written reading, $10 only. Take advantage of that. That is a fall special. I'm going to include the link in the description below. And also, don't forget to give this video a like and to comment. I want to hear from you, seekers. I've been writing back to all of you. So comment down below. And also, if you would like to access or unlock weekly prediction readings, what will happen this week, kind of pick a card readings, I'm doing those every single week for patrons. That is a patron exclusive benefit. So sign up to my Patreon. I'm going to include the link below so that you don't miss those pick a card weekly readings that I'm doing there. Hope to see you there soon. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.